All right. Another day, another Josh cast. It has not been... I don't know if you guys have felt this way, but I don't think it's been a very good year this year. I don't know if you've been watching the news, maybe following Twitter, maybe just having a conversation with your local grocer about the state of affairs, but this world seems to be on fire in California, literally. It's been a rough couple of days for me. Not easy to admit this. I totally pooped my pants yesterday. It happened. And it was a situation where I was eating food I should not have eaten. That was not good for me. And I was going on my late evening constitutional, and I felt my stomach rumbling. And basically, my intestines called my brain and said, you got 2 minutes and 37 seconds. And my brain said, we need to negotiate this. We're about 3 minutes away. And my intestines said, no negotiation. It's 2 minutes and 37 seconds. And so I power walked as best I could. Should have run. I was a little overconfident. I thought I had the situation under control. And I did not. And within view of my apartment, it happened. It happened. And I've noticed, I feel like I go through this once every 15 years. Once every 10 to 15 years, I have, and this is because I don't eat healthy like I should. And I should avoid the foods that cause this kind of reaction. Not enough fiber, my friends, not enough fiber. And I've noticed when this happens, I go into kind of a shock, and my brain just doesn't work, and I have to, I think my brain goes, you know what, I can't work with you anymore. I'm going to leave. You figure this out yourself, and I'll be back when you got some semblance of your life together. Oh, mercy, my friends, mercy. So there was a massive cleanup aisle 3. And the thing, I don't want to be gross about this, but let's face it, it's a gross thing to talk about. Very shameful. Very shameful. I think my neighbor was outside, saw me coming in with the situation. I don't know if he knew what was going on. I don't know if he could tell. It was very dark. But here's an odd thing that happened as a result of that. So I'm cleaning. It's an extensive cleanup process, and I'm just finding, this is taking forever to clean up. And then I think to myself, maybe it's because I'm really hairy down there. And then I thought, you know what? I think I'm going to shave. I think I'm going to shave my my private area. I've never shaved it before. Again, this is where my brain just disappears, and I don't know why I don't think shaving actually even helped. But I shaved my area. It's not, the shaving is very uneven, but I remind myself that who's going down there? At what point? I'm that area will not be seen at the Emmys. So, yeah, that happened. And today I'm like not wanting to eat or drink anything. I don't know what's going to happen next. While it's happening, by the way, or while I'm, trying to figure this out, and another thing. I finally do have hot water again. I'd gone without it for about 2 weeks. And let this be a lesson. Never start the day going, I wish I had an ending to the bit. Because at least the way I live in my universe, it seems like whenever I say, I really could use an ending to the bit, God says, I got something. I got an idea. I got a take. Let me tell you. Here's what I think. And the ending of the bit was, I have this whole bit I've written about not having hot water for 2 weeks, and that there needs to be a good ending. And I have hot water now, and so I was able to use that scalding hot water to stand in it for as long as possible. I took 2 showers last night. And I guess what I'm trying to say is, I think there is a God. I think it is the Hebrew God, and I think it's the kind of God who, in the middle of a pandemic, and in a situation where I go number 2 in my pants, where my future is. Well, I think all of our futures are in jeopardy, where politically this nation probably has never been in more peril. When all that is going on, he'll make sure I have hot water on that day. Because he's really looking out for me. Probably not the time to be taunting God at this point. Especially if it is Old Testament God. But I'd also heard, this was in an acting seminar I took years ago, that when you have a major bowel movement, it means that you have processed something spiritually, or you've arrived at, you've worked something out. And I was trying to think as I was, as the hazmat team was decontaminating everything. Trying to think, well, what did I just process here? What did I learn? What did other than maybe don't eat what I ate? Maybe really, really creamy ramen is not the thing I should be eating ever for my digestive system. 2 days in a row, mind you. And my thought was, maybe the lesson here is that there are just things in my life that, hard as I try, I cannot control. I should qualify that. What I can control is what I eat. So I can control planting the seeds that will lead to an evening where I don't have this problem. So I guess life is the balance of what can I control and what can I not control. And learning to accept and let go of what I can't control it, I can't control it. And you know what? I'm not dead. I'm humiliated. I'm ashamed. but I was humiliated and ashamed before. You know, it forced me to clean the bathroom finally. So I'm probably cleaner now than I was before this. You know, it's really, I look at it as an evening of renewal. That's how I see it. Still not feeling 100%. The plan is I'm just going to be near a bathroom as much as possible. So they announced, or they sent an email saying that these drive-in shows in LA County, movies only, not live performance. Which makes zero sense to me, because either way, everyone's in their car. They're afraid that one additional person talking is going to, I don't know, contaminate the world with ideas. I think it's really total BS. But I think everyone's worried that there's going to be a second wave of this in the winter. And everybody is, and by everybody I guess I mean the government. And now they're saying, yeah, it's airborne, which we've known since the beginning. But they were falling short of saying it was airborne, but now they're saying, yeah, it's airborne. But that's, you know what? I can't control this. I have no control over what happens here. And maybe the lesson I learned from yesterday is I just have to let go. And it's going to make a mess. Whatever is happening, this is making a mess. And I just got to breathe, clean up the mess. And maybe at the end of this, we'll come out better than in the beginning. And maybe this will lead to, maybe there are things that had to break in order for everything to get better. I don't know. Maybe, this is finally what it takes to have a conversation about environmentalism and climate change. Maybe things just have to get bad enough for people to act. But still, it is, I'm driving down Magnolia Boulevard and I'm just seeing all these places for lease, just empty storefronts. This is a depression. That's what this is. I think they can call it whatever they want. I think the V-shaped recovery is not going to happen. The whole world is pooping its pants. Unbelievable. Or as Justin Bieber fans would say, unbelievable. I still need to go to the dentist. I mean, how do they do this now? How are you a dentist in this time and place? I mean, what? Talk about I don't know. Maybe everyone's saying, screw my teeth until there's a vaccine. Car in front of me has a baby on board sticker. And somehow everything's closed, but there's still traffic on the one street I'm on. Maybe that's a good sign. Well, 70% of the economy is open again. What, you mean people doing road construction? That seems to be the only thing I see. Man. You know, I had a roommate who shaved his private area and then immediately said, man, it was itchy. And I ditto. Ditto to that, I say. Ditto to that. I think the other thing is that there's always going to be, they say there's always another Hitler. There's always going to be another thing. There's always going to be another pants pooping situation. It's called life until the day where finally it's too much and we pass on to the next world. Which may be great. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be something if the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveler returns turns out to be like Boca? Climate controlled. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice? So where does that leave me? Where does that leave me? Where does that leave me? Well, I'm doing these virtual shows. I'm doing a Lord of the Rings themed virtual show coming up this Sunday. And you should come and watch. It's you can watch from anywhere. I think I have a listener in Spain. Check it out. It's 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I don't know what that means in Spain. It could be 4 a.m. in Spain, but come on. Has anyone got anything better to do? I ask you. Has anybody got anything better to do? That is the $64,000 question, isn't it? I think I just said that. Did I just say that? Sorry, my brain's still not quite returned. It happens after you go number 2 and you poo. Well, all right. Another day, another podcast, right? All right, folks. Another day, another podcast. Excuse me, I need to go pants shopping.